I guess I'll launch back into it. I'm trying to figure out how much of a warm-up we need, or if we should just go into it. What do you think, our forever DM?
I mean,
because you guys probably at this point you probably remember more about it than I do. Truthfully,
I mean, Pepito, the son of the Spanish ambassador, also known as what is it, Garth Brooks?
Garth Brooks.
Yeah. Garth Brooks.
Also for flavoring, he does not have a mullet, but he does have like a rat tail.
Well,
instead of like a side braid like a Jedi Padawan, he just has like a rat tail.
I've convinced him that everyone is their uncle.
Yes.
I'm his grandfather.
Yeah. Like, you guys are mentally breaking this kid, right? You know that, right?
Oh, there's nothing left.
He's going to have a full psychotic break by the end of the episode today.
There's nothing left already. We've invented multiple new personas already.
That poor kid's got to hang around with that creepy fucker kid.
Are we like all in the same place again?
I think so.
Because there was the fight outside the bar, and then we kind of fucked off.
And you all plan on gathering back together. So you guys are all gathering together, basically on the level of the. So you exited through the service passageways behind Chili's.
Yeah.
You have the package, which cannot currently be opened because somebody busted its lock. And you are trying to find a ship you can get out, and somebody recommend you just, check with valet parking and like yoink a pair of keys.
Oh,
right.
Okay,
That's planned.
So, I can warm you guys up to this. You guys have all met up, and you're basically kind of like all clustered. Essentially, let's say like this seating and complimentary beverage area for valet parking, trying to be subtle. Nobody's paid any attention to you yet. But there is more than one vehicle to steal. So if you guys do some perception checks, you will get a range of terrible options to choose from.
Well, we want something that can carry this thing. Otherwise, it's going to have to stick out the back. You don't like it flying through space with your tailgate open. Crikey.
Yeah, there's just like a ratchet strap slung across the back, like a like your dad used to move oversized furniture.
Don't forget to put the little red flag on the back. Otherwise, you might have trouble.
Red flag, because anything that goes over the tailgate by 2 inches or more has to have a red flag.
All right, we're going to roll perception and see if I can find something economical yet sporty.
Okay. Does anybody want to give him any help on this, or is everybody can roll their own perception rolls?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to do this again. Where's perception? Where's perception?
So
who is perception?
We enter with the group, reformed, drinking extremely watery Mr. Coffee. It's been there for a while. It's kind of just been sitting on the heater for a while, so it's kind of sloppy goop. But it's free, so can't complain too much.
I'm drinking it through a straw because, the helmet,
Mm-hmm. And all of the various areas down in this landing bay. This landing bay sort of like, it kind of curves around you, sort of like a wraparound parking lot. There's not actually closed doors. There is, you can see the stars through where vehicles can pull in and out of the energy force fields. But there are like shutters, like blast doors that can come down in cases of extreme emergency. There also happens to be what appears to be a very large, like it's not an elevator shaft, but it looks like maybe a loading and unloading shaft above the parking area. As far as you guys know, it could be an overlarge trash chute. It's hard to tell. Nobody's really paying attention to it. It doesn't look like there's any kind of roof or ceiling to it. It just kind of goes off into someplace in the upper area of the Space Mall. And there are two very bored, slightly disheveled looking Well, they look like humans, but they may have taken the idea of spiking their hair to a slight extreme. And they're talking and just hanging out near where the valet parking pickup and drop off is. They haven't paid any attention to you whatsoever.
So basically, the world's two most inattentive parking valets probably talking about, something. Who knows?
Absolutely. You could get closer and listen in, or let's see, we got perception checks. By far, none your business sees what is most definitely a car that is valet parked. It looks like they've done some stacked parking. And when I say stacked parking, I don't mean that they parked the cars so you have to move one to get the one behind it out. I mean, they've literally stacked cars on top of each other. Not entirely sure how they managed that. There may be some minor damage that has resulted from this.
I mean, they do fly, so I feel like
True.
Kind of easy to park flying cars on top of each other.
Indeed. Yeah, exactly. Stacked parking. And the car that seems to be on the top of their stack, it looks like it's kind of got like a party bus vibe to it. It's fairly large. It looks like it's a little bit larger than most of the other vehicles, which is hilarious because it is also firmly sitting and crushing the vehicles under it. It does have some fairly like double door, like limo style openings in the front and the back. It looks like maybe the combination of a party bus and a hearse. And it is white with red racing stripes on the outside.
Perfect. Completely inconspicuous.
Absolutely. With that roll, also, Glup is also going to see that a short distance away from that, sort of parked essentially against what is probably like the sort of the far rear curb of the parking area, there appears what it sort of looks like it's bus-like. You're not entirely sure what it was used for. It kind of looks like a double-decker tour bus. For some reason, this spaceship has like a bubble dome on the top, and it has what appears to be like it's like a bright yellow boot. Like it's gotten tickets. There are tons of tickets that have been like slipped under the front window of this thing, and most definitely, a boot's not going to stop this thing from flying, but knowing Spaceballs, they didn't actually take that into consideration when they decided to boot it. And the third item, kind of more to the right, basically it looks like it doesn't look very fancy. It kind of looks like an extra large watercraft, sort of a Ski-Doo looking thing. A little bit tighter on the inside, but much faster. And it looks like it's basically in what is their equivalent to self-parking, but it's been parked like across multiple parking spots. And it does not look like it's been there for very long. There's still little wisps of steam coming off of its impulse engines. So those seem to be probably the best options for getting something and getting out. The one thing I'll add is the one that kind of looks like a Ski-Doo, looks like a watercraft. Your parcel and package would not be able to go on it or in it. It would have to be towed behind it.
Are these two valets? So I want to approach the two valets. I would say, or whatever the spiky-haired guys that are near the valet.
Yep, one has red spiky hair, one has blue spiky hair. As you approach, give me an active perception check.
It's a 10.
Okay. So as you get closer, you can see that even though they look like kids, as you get closer, you can see that the hair has been spiked around obvious bald spots, and they actually are kind of wrinkly and a little saggy in spots. These guys have probably had this job for most of their lives, and they look like they're somewhat lacking in drive to move up in the world. Let's say that. That's a nice
Hello, fellow
say it.
teenagers.
Yeah. I'm gonna approach them, and I'll say, "Hello, employees. May I ask what you're doing here?"
Red hair turns and looks towards you and goes, "Getting paid $2 an hour. What's your problem, dude?"
Yes, I'm from the Office of Spaceball SAC Inspection. As you know, the Spaceball Safety and Compliance Inspection Department. We're here looking at a number of different violations that have occurred. Can you show me where you keep your space bus keys?
So blue hair kind of looks at you and then kind of glances over at red hair and then looks down at like the sort of like plinth, the platform they're leaning against, where all the keys are hung on these little brass hooks with little scribbled numbers underneath them, but they're scribbled so badly that you can't really identify what they say, and goes, "Yeah, sure, man, right there."
Okay, I will need to inspect every single vehicle within the facility in order to ascertain whether or not these vehicles are up to the code of Spaceball SAC, and making sure that everything is copacetic, you know, that everything, the angle of the dangle is just right.
Red looks at you and goes, well, okay, so who do you work for again? I mean, we just parked the car. That's it.
I'm the senior director of Spaceball SAC inspections. Senior director, Spaceball SAC inspections.
They both look a little bit confused, but I think it's more, you kind of get the vibe, it's more that they have no idea why somebody would care what they do, as opposed to they don't know what a person with that job description actually does. Go ahead and give me a persuasion check or a deception check, whichever you want.
I did persuasion.
18.
It's an 18.
Okay, so Blue kind of looks at you and goes, all right, if you want to, fine, it's your time, it's your dime. Doesn't really, all we need to do is, you're gonna have to move the cars by yourself. We're not getting paid extra to move stuff around unless somebody's picking it up. And, honestly, just so you know, unless somebody legitimately tips us well, we're not even gonna do that. Just like, this is very much a, well, man, this is just my, you know, this is just my side hustle. This is just my day job. Like, this is not my passion. I'm just here because I got to pay the rent somehow. So I do not care what you do. I don't care who tells you can do it. I just don't want to get in trouble. And I don't want to do extra work. So as long as you don't get me in trouble and don't make me extra work, we really, whatever, man.
Well, you see, you know, my fellow boys in the SAC over here, they want to make sure that everything's up to code along with me. And if something is not up to code, of course, there will be violations. So we will need you on standby as we do our routine SAC inspections.
So Red and Blue both look over at the rest of the crew and kind of just look at each other and go, yeah, sure, man, whatever. Like we're gonna go on break soon. Like if you can do this in like 15 minutes, and we'll be back, and then we won't have to like call Spaceball Central to make sure you guys are legit or whatever. Because honestly, like they really got sick and tired of the cars like disappearing when we parked them. So now they told us that they would, you know, shoot us in the thigh every time a car went missing. So as long as the cars don't go missing, it's fine.
Spaceball SAC is incredibly more agile and efficient compared to Spaceball Central, so it will be within 15 minutes, I guarantee you.
All right.
This would be a great time to get re-sponsored by Manscaped, by the way. Just like, let's throw it.
Or Love Sack.
Shameless plug.
Love Sack would have been a good one.
That
Love Sack would be
too,
good.
yeah.
Free couches, that would be good.
So Red and Blue, if anybody can give me either a perception check on this or if somebody has a better idea, can kind of figure out what these guys, what's their deal. Because even for people doing their job, they seem like they're not super interested in doing anything other than not doing work and not getting shot.
I want to, but my character sucks right now. So I don't know. Whatever.
I'm not.
What
I'm
more
not
of an
suspicious
MO
because
could
they're
you
just
make?
they're just bending over for me, and I'm like, all right, sure, whatever.
True.
I will
So,
continue to find the
Glup,
keys.
Glup has gotten a 17. So, yeah, these guys seem like they're just kind of like, yeah, whatever. You have, however, realized that as even with the spiky hair and the laissez-faire attitude, the outfits they're wearing, the valet outfits, look a little bit too big. Not if they were at this job for years and didn't give a damn, chances are pretty good that they would have outgrown their uniforms, or maybe their uniforms would just be worn out. But these uniforms look fairly new and far too big for either of them.
Are they also here to steal cars? Like, is that?
Actually, with a 16 or 17, yeah, you're fairly certain. You don't know what it is they're up to, but there's definitely something going on here other than people just doing their job. You're not entirely sure what they're doing, but as of this moment, it doesn't affect you. They did say they were going to disappear for 15 minutes, and whatever you needed to do, if you did it in that period of time, you wouldn't get in trouble.
They're just
At
taking
least-
joyrides like the two attendants from Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Well, let's
I think
let's
they're gonna go get
let's
high.
boost a slam sled then, I guess. Like,
All right. So yeah, they're just like, all right, guys, we'll. I mean, sir, whatever you got to do, just be gone.
We're doing stack inspections. Thank you. We will be done.
Yeah. Please go ahead and give your sacks a feel up or whatever you want to do, and I guess
Excuse
we'll
me,
be back
this
in
is
like
safety and compliance. Thank you.
say 15 minutes. And one of them basically hits a 15-minute countdown timer on his swatch, and they both start walking away deeper into the station.
Synchronized chronometer.
Mm-hmm.
so first, I don't think there should be any keys here when they get back.
No, I was
Right.
my first plan.
First,
There are about a dozen sets of keys. At least one
Yeah,
of them
there-
literally has a space spider web on it. It's been there that long.
There
The
will
other
be
one's
zero
fairly
when they
new and shiny.
return.
Why
Did they
steal
walk
one?
back into the mall?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They went to take their break.
You're probably
These
going to
are
get an
the
Orange Julius.
Why would we take one vehicle when we could all take our own?
It's true.
Crikey. All right, well, I'm taking that bus so I can slide that thing in back. You know, if y'all want part of the share, you can just follow me.
Well,
Get a
Rando
Voltron.
wants to take that skidoo.
Yep. And I will
Yeah,
say
of
to
course.
throw in, there are other reason. Basically, everything stacked underneath the party bus is a slightly flattened luxury car of some sort.
Are they still drivable?
Well,
You can give me an investigation check.
I'm gonna do that.
Glup Shido will be content with being passenger princess.
I was gonna, Glub, would you ride
Yeah,
with me?
Grandpa-
Dan, come on now.
Grandpa doesn't drive.
Dink.
So bad. Oh, I'm sorry. Which investigation? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I click on the character sheet, I get a 2 roll. Am I doing it wrong, or am I doing it right?
It looks like you got a 2 added to a 14, so that's a 16.
Yeah, so just take the
It's
first number.
showing 2 just in case you got advantage or
And
disadvantage.
Gotcha.
19 is
Okay.
good. 13 is good for none of your business. All right, so the stack of cars, the car stack near the bottom, are both not drivable, and you'd probably have to be about 6 inches tall to fit into them anymore. Whoever's been parking these cars has not had their warranties in mind. The cars near the top, at least the top 2 or 3 luxury cars, are not terrible. There's basically the equivalent of like a 20-year-old Rolls Royce underneath the party bus. And underneath that is something that it looks like it was intended to be a luxury car, but it also is covered with like shiny pieces of plastic and metal, like in a mosaic. And it kind of
Shitty
is
car mods.
falling apart. But it probably cost a small fortune when they first bought it.
Yeah,
Okay,
that
well, I can tell you-
that was good for parts. We take that one, we chop it up, and we sell the parts, and we can get a whole new thing from that.
I'll tell you what, mate. Let me move that bus, and you can have the ones underneath if you need to. So I am investigating the.
So
Sorry,
I'm
going to take all the keys.
Just so you know,
We'll just
roll me a
take all the
D4
keys.
real quick. It doesn't matter who. And you want a low roll on this. No, you did a 4. So of the 15 minutes, 4 minutes have elapsed.
God damn it.
And with your passive perception, you notice that the 2 attendants are definitely not there anymore. Nobody else has shown up. But there does seem to be a vehicle of some sort incoming that looks like it's on a trajectory to pull in and land very close to where people are actually doing their valet parking.
Hey, somebody
are
want to
there
take this car
actual
off the house?
civilians and other valet people around?
There are no other valet people around. However, let's see, what was your last perception check with an 8? There are 3 other valet parking jackets that are basically all wrinkled up and shoved into a drawer underneath where all the keys are being kept.
Well, Randall Orion is gonna put on one of those valet jackets
Okay, no problem.
and prepare to meet the incoming vehicle.
Okay.
And while he's doing that, I'm trying to find the keys to the bus that's sitting on top of some of the other useful cars. Like, click, 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 click. No, not that one. Not that one. Not that one.
Okay, roll me a D12.
Okay.
All right, it is the 9th key down, and if you were going in numerical order from the top, you definitely found it in those 4 minutes. So you found the key to the party bus.
All right.
Getting up to where the party bus is stacked might take a little bit of effort or a jetpack.
Oh, I gotta check my
think I'm-
inventory now.
Oh, I
or
can
a
just
Sith
jump
Lord
up there.
that can
That's
lift him with the Force.
You can lift him with
Or-
the force, or you can parkour up there with some decent dex.
Or
I'm gonna have Garth
Yeah.
do
you
that.
get someone. No,
Garth.
just climbing no longer costs me extra movement. I
Oh,
gain the
yeah.
ability to move in flying leaps with incredible speed.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah, we both have that.
Yeah.
Like we can just
You just go up
Yoda
there.
our way up there.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's
it's a
about 30 feet
non-issue.
up. We're not in a turn order yet. So in what is essentially 10 seconds, you can scale up to the top with the keys to get into the party bus and repark it. There, by the way, they stack this parking, but there's plenty of room on the ground for landing.
All right, yeah. So Glup and I go up to the party bus. He just ninja jumps up there. I'll toss him the keys, and then he can bring that bugger down, and we can start loading the shit out of it.
Okay, no problem. Whoever's going to be flying it can give me a piloting check.
Ooh, who's the best?
You want to
pilot?
fly, or you want me to fly?
I think I've got a 3 in piloting.
Oh, okay.
I do as well, but I'm not like trained in it or anything.
Let's see.
I kind of want to take.
I've
I
got
want to take
a-
the shitmobile.
I'm trained in
I've done
piloting,
some
but I've only
Sims.
got a 2. So
Same.
I've done some Sims. I'll try it.
Okay, go for
Just
it.
like the Sims.
all right.
15 piloting is very good. So you
In that
won't
case-
have any trouble booting this thing up, getting it rolling. When you turn it on, it immediately starts playing the station that was on the radio at full volume.
So hot together.
Pretty much, yeah. So you might want to turn that down,
HOTTOTO.
or else you will take the status condition deafened unless you can do a Constitution saving throw of 10 or more.
All right.
I'll
Okay.
So everybody who is in the party bus, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Well, he's just getting it off the stack right now,
Oh,
so
no.
he'd be the only one in there right now until he got it down. That's why he climbed up there. I threw him the keys, so he turns it on and
So
starts
good.
blasting music at him.
So Cody, you are temporarily deafened.
I have very sensitive ears.
And in the meantime, you have about 30 seconds before the incoming shuttle lands right in front of where the valet parking is. As it gets closer, anybody who is not currently hijacking the party bus, please give me a perception check.
More perception.
I'm distracted by blasting radio. Crikey!
Yeah. Okay, so the 10 is okay as it gets close. It at first you're thinking, you know what, that's kind of lumpy look. It kind of looks like a dog bone. It's kind of lumpy looking for a ship. And as it gets closer, you can see it's kind of got a rounded top. It's got like sort of bulbous ends on its they're not exactly wings, but they're like ilions. I'm trying to remember what they're called. Basically, the wings have little bulbs at the end. And if you didn't know better, you would think that there are a pair of extremely large round testicles hanging from the bottom and the back of it. You can give me
Maybe it's a male ship.
Go ahead and give me a history check.
Ooh, okay.
You want a lore check?
Mm-hmm.
Lore?
A lore check will work? Yes.
Work.
Everybody can do this because everybody is aware of this thing coming in for a landing right now.
I got a 13.
Mm-hmm. So we got 10. So we got, a 13, 11, a 15, and a 15.
Not bad, not bad.
And a 5. All right. With the 15, as it gets closer, it needs to be close enough that they're well aware there are people standing next to the service platform for valet parking. By the time they get to that point, you are aware that it is a Spaceballs command shuttle that's coming in for a landing. They are not balls. They are very large, completely round wheels and impact softeners for the shuttle. It just kind of looks like they're driving with giant fake testicles.
I'm gonna motion for them, like I'm gonna wave my hands wildly.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna try to.
Actually, you can use your. You don't have your lightsaber anymore, right? I was gonna say you can use your lightsaber like a motioning. Coming for landing thing.
Goth. I'm hiding.
Okay.
He's with
anybody who is in the party bus, you've turned off the music so you can get an advantage on your stealth check. For anybody who's standing at the parking platform for the valet parking, wearing a neon parking attendant vest, you get a disadvantage on a stealth check.
Yeah, I'd hide in the party bus as soon as it came down if I saw this thing coming at us. Like, oh, Christ, better get it. It's like...
Okay. So if everybody's in position, you notice the Big Ball 1 is coming in for a landing. And it kind of bounces twice and kind of rolls to a stop. Kind of just nudges the curb. It may have done some damage to the curb, but it didn't do the damage to the ship, so they don't care. And the front platform opens up like a very long tongue, and a couple of completely armored and armed Spaceballs guards come out, wearing white with great big ping pong helmets, and at least 2 people who appear to be wearing sort of like white and red and gray suits. And one of them has a extremely inappropriately flamboyant cape lined with red silk.
I'm gonna look at them if I'm in their vision and throw one arm over and the other arm up, and then go like this, and then do a little wave.
Yes. Oh, fine. We need to park. We want you to watch our vehicle, but we're not moving, and you're not moving it. So he just throws you the keys really quick. Like, if anything happens to it, you die.
Yes, we are not the valets. We are in fact from Spaceball SAC inspections. The valets, we believe, are lacking at their jobs and should be fired with weapons.
One of the officers, he's got like captain stripes, and he's not wearing one of the ping pong hats. He's kind of got like a Colonel Sanders vibe to him. He's like, well, honestly, after the way they parked my car the last time I was here, probably wouldn't mind shooting him anyway. Truthfully, don't really care, not important. We could probably just vent this entire area out into space without a problem, but not until we've had a chance to pick up our to-go menu. You see, they don't actually DoorDash from the Red Robin here. We actually need to go pick it up, and it's very inconvenient. So we're probably going to blast this place in atoms when we're done anyway. You said you're from Spaceball Sack Inspection?
Yes, Spaceball Sack inspections.
So why aren't you up at the sack shop, like checking the Spaceball sacks? Why are you down here?
We were sent. It was one of those bureaucratic things. You know how it gets. We were sent down here to.
Well, yeah, we insisted everyone has to use a Spaceball sack to carry their purchases. They're not allowed to use plastic anymore. They have to use the Spaceball sack. And then we started getting complaints there's holes in them. We totally understand that. But
excuse my language, but you're thinking about a ball sack. And we are SAC.
No, that's up that's up at the Dick's Sporting Goods is where they have all the ball sacks. Last I checked, that's where all the balls are all at Dick's.
Yeah. Yes. If it is the company's the whole organization's entire job to make fun of safety and compliance, sure, be fine.
Oh, good.
We come
so
into
you
these
do
meetings.
know how
We
things
come to.
work around here.
I am the chief expert on how things should be. Yes, being safety and compliance.
Oh, fantastic. So, does that mean that we do tip you? I mean, we're still going to give you a tip if you're going to, watch our vehicle for a few minutes.
No, you don't need to tip, but I will be inspecting your vehicle for safety and compliance regulations.
Roll me a deception check.
An 18.
18's good. The two look over and look at each other, the two officers, and then look back at you and go, I know you said you're an inspector, but if you're filling in as a valet and you said not to bother tipping you, that seems awfully sad.
No, I said I'm not a valet. The valets you should arrest, and we talked about blowing them out of the porthole whenever you so choose to come back, or just blowing up the whole station. That's not safety and compliance, because I only care about Spaceball's property, and this, at that point we relinquish the property. So,
well, it's not safety and compliant to not have valet parking when there's a.
I don't want to interrupt, but I am a temporary valet. I have known this gentleman from SAC for quite some time. He does excellent work. I'm here at his request, filling in for the incompetent valets. So if you'd like to hand over your keys, I would take great pleasure in watching your illustrious vehicle while you pick up your delicious, succulent meal from the Chili's.
Oh, God. Sorry. Please continue.
I'll take those keys if you'd like to hand them over.
All right. You need to give me a deception or a persuasion check.
Here.
What about performance? Performance
Might work.
But he's not acting is the problem.
Yeah, that's true. But also, technically, I'm not deceiving. I have known him
This
for quite
is
some
just
time.
genuine.
True, you
And I
have
am
not told
temporarily
a lie.
Val.
So it's persuasion
We'll do persuade.
or performance. Persuasion, I'll take the 10. So between the 18 on the deception and the 10 on the persuasion, the captain kind of looks at both of you and goes, man, this place is just falling apart without Spaceballs command keeping it on the radar, isn't it? Maybe we should blast it in outer space. And he actually just tosses you the keys. Go ahead and give me a quick dexterity check. See if you catch the keys or...
Yep.
You know what? So a 2 is not good. The keys kind of bounce off of your hands and bounce into the hands of the parking valet. But he catches them before they land on the ground. And the 2 Spaceballs commanders just go, all right, we'll be back about 10 minutes. Keep the engines warm. And they walk into the station. The 2 Spaceballs guards remain standing, kind of at ease, kind of looking a little bit bored and annoyed with everything, next to the shuttle.
Are they standing next to each other?
They are standing right next to each other, yes.
I'm gonna move our chest freezer that we're kind of carrying around over to like the loading for the Spaceballs command ship.
Are you trying to do it quietly, or are you just treating it like a normal thing going on?
This is a normal. This is a
normal loading procedure. No big deal. Okay.
Right.
Here's the thing: is the commanders might have questioned you on these. The Spaceballs, the grunts, not smart enough or well informed enough to question you, but they're both watching you very closely as you do this and not making a single move to stop you.
Okay, cool.
I'm trying to sneak up on them, but not very well, I guess.
I'm just
So you can't really easily sneak up behind them because they are standing right in front of their ship. But as you get a little bit closer, one of them kind of looks over at you and goes, "Hey, buddy, been a long day. You mind getting us some of that coffee over there?"
Boy, yeah, sure, why not? All casually, like walking it off. Well, nailed this, so let me just go get some coffee. And then maybe I can bonk their heads together and knock them out.
You know what? You could give it a try. Actually, if you do it with if you hand them both a cup of coffee, standing right in front of them, you will get an advantage on a surprise attack.
This is exactly what I'm going to do. I'll make a cup of coffee for each, and then I'll hand them both the coffee at the same time, and when they reach for it...
Ooh, or you could do splash in the face. And
you could do that. Splash them in the face with hot coffee. You could kick them in the jubblies. Or you could just say, "Hey, what's that over there?" and point. And chances are pretty good they're Spaceballs. It'll work.
I rolled intelligence just to make it fair, but yeah, that would be smart enough to do that. So, yep, toss the coffee in the faces.
Yeah, and you rolled intelligence, and in this case, you are about 3 times as intelligent as they are.
So splash the coffee in their faces, and then when they're distracted, crash your heads together and knock them out.
Yep. Give me an attack roll. Actually, give me an attack roll with advantage. Roll 2d20s.
All right. For unarmed strike.
For an unarmed strike.
Oh, 21.
Yeah, okay, that'll work. So what you're going to do is, it is an unarmed strike, but it's a surprise attack, so you're going to get... let's say whether or not you use surprise attack dice, you're going to get an advantage on this. So 3 kinetic damage, we're going to double that.
And I'm probably going to use the stunner also, just to add a little spice on it.
That is a good idea. Will it work on one of them or both of them?
Oh, it might only work on one of them.
When you put the helmets together and you
See, this is what I'm thinking, though, yeah. Especially since they're both wet with coffee on them.
Okay, so here's the deal. I'm going to make a special ruling in this case because it's fucking hilarious and very clever. I'm going to say, yes, you can smack their heads together at the same time as you stun them, therefore knocking them both unconscious. Not down, but unconscious until they are revived. You are also going to take 3 kinetic damage yourself when you do that.
All right. Oh, crikey.
All right. So you have now opened up a 4th option for a vehicle to steal.
Right. Hey, creepy fucker, you want to throw that thing in the back there and we'll get the van and pick off?
Oh, why don't we take both?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Right. I'll get that. We'll get that one. You get that one. Bob's your uncle. Off to Druidia.
Yes, Bob is my uncle. Yes.
All right.
Oh wait, and we're his uncle, right? Right.
So somebody else gets to roll me another d4.
Not me this time. My luck's terrible. We want to roll low.
That's okay. I'm going to say somebody else gets to do it. That's a 3.
It's
The
just
3
3.
more minutes have elapsed while this happened.
That's all right.
So,
3's better than 4.
You have used up, you've burned about half the amount of time that you had available before something happens. And you have 2 vehicles. Because it's on a floating platform, loading the giant jello mold into the back of one of the vehicles, it's going to be the same amount of time, the same amount of effort. Which vehicle do you want to load it into?
The Spaceball command ship, right?
Okay, so the ballsy spaceball ship.
Just for extra comedy, yes.
And then, do we want to steal the party bus still?
Yep.
I think we are.
Hey,
Is there a third vehicle that's large enough? Here's my idea: that we can move it and park it so it's blocking the doors.
Do like the worst parallel park in the universe and just get it.
Yeah, pull it and park it in front of the doors to, even if it doesn't stop them from coming out, but to impede their ability to come out and chase us.
So the Ski-Doo is a little too small for that. It's basically like Starfighter sized. However, the big sort of open top tour bus that's got the boot on it and all of the parking tickets could very easily be pulled in front of the main access door from the open mall area.
Okay, how about instead of just parking it in front of the door, I attempt to hotwire it and have it just drive straight into it without me in the vehicle. Kind of like a brake on the gas pedal situation.
Yep. So if you're going to do that, you can give me a tech check to try and hotwire it. You are also, as it turns out, going to have to give me either a lore check or some kind of survival check to see how this boot actually works and if it's going to stop you from doing that.
Okay. Let's do that.
Okay.
It's good theory.
In theory, it would work, except you get in there and try to hotwire this bus and immediately realize that whoever owned this bus before hotwired it to make it work, and it is wired in a way that makes absolutely no sense to you whatsoever. If you had a couple of hours, you could probably rewire this whole thing, but in the meantime, it's basically a rat's nest of wires. Lore-wise, you realize it's probably for the best because the boot that's been placed on this thing is completely blocking one of the rocket engines, and if it overheated, it would probably explode.
Ooh, can we try to encourage that to happen?
That actually kind of seems like a solution.
Go ahead and give me another technology check, Michael.
Technology.
Yeah, that's not a problem. Here's the thing is they wired up the bus in a weird way, but essentially it comes down to left is right, up is down, and forward is backwards. It's kind of like somebody's messed with somebody's Xbox or PlayStation controller.
Inverted controls all around.
Mind, every input you give this thing, you just tell it the opposite of what you thought. Actually, go ahead and with that 18, I'm going to say this is familiar to you. You've seen a wiring hack job like this before when you were in the military.
Mm-hmm.
Your arch nemesis used to wire stuff up like this.
I'm going to take a page from my arch nemesis's book. I'm going to rig up this bus to
Corporal Invert.
That's who it was.
And yeah, I'm gonna work on that. Everyone else, get ready to skedaddle.
Yep.
Can I check the captain's log? Can I get some information about this crew that was on the ship previously in the Spaceballs ship?
Sure. I'm gonna say that one's gonna be a straight tech check. Unless you want Goth Brooks to give you an assist so you can roll it with advantage. Although a 19 is pretty good.
I don't need his help.
Okay, 19 does it. You are passingly familiar with the systems that the Spaceballs, what's left of the Spaceballs command structure uses. It pulls it straight up. They're not here to get a takeout from Red Robin. The euphemism they used is a to-go box from Chili's.
Okay, cool.
What's the name of the to-go box?
What's the name of the commanding officer on this vessel?
Succatal. Commander Succatal.
Okay, great.
Sorry, Captain Succatal.
At least it's not an asshole.
Yeah, great.
Well, the good news is his second in command is an asshole. Major asshole.
I'm gonna have Goth be like the pilot, but I'm gonna like backseat drive him the whole fucking way. So can I guess to pilot, can I get that advantage if he's gonna assist me with that?
If he's gonna be your co-pilot, I'm gonna go. Yeah, absolutely. He can be your Chewbacca, no problem.
All right, I'm gonna roll 2 pilots to see if we can pop this sucker off the ground.
Okay.
I'll take a 16.
That's not a problem. I will say there is one slight problem. You didn't push the clicker button on the keychain, so it does start going woo, woo, even though there's nobody around at the moment to hear it.
Okay, real quickly, let's turn the music back on the party bus.
Oh, party bus.
Absolutely. And I'm going to say it right.
H-O-T-T.
Oh, yeah, no, it is down.
Protected by Viper.
Keep honking. I'm listening to Scott, and you're now part of the band. Da, 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 da.
Yep.
You're a pink pony girl, and you dance in a club.
And the double-decker tour bus that Michael's character is rigging up in order to get the backsplash so that they can get that jet engine to explode. It actually starts making like a whistling revving sound at the same time and adds to the cacophony of sounds. I need everybody to give me one more person give me one more D4 roll.
I will do a D4 roll.
One. Nice.
One is good. So this
Chapel
happened
Roan blesses us.
in one. So you guys have elapsed 8 minutes of the 15-minute clock you got.
Brilliant work, Luxino.
So you actually do have time at this point to finish loading up in a very short amount of time and get ready to take off. I'm going to do a luck check for you really quick.
Uh-oh.
Luck check.
I'm going to roll this one because I'm the only one who knows what's going to happen.
Ding, ding,
Ding, ding, ding, ding, ding, ding.
Did the princess lady already leave? Are we just abandoning her on this?
Right,
thing?
was
I
she
don't remember.
supposed to come with us or something?
She actually asked you to go on your own, and she could make it off the station on her own as long as she's not trying to sneak away with a large man-shaped jello mold.
As long as you don't get blown the fuck up when they vaporize this place.
Just checking before we blow up the hangar.
Mm-hmm. Well, at this point, I'm going to say that you have probably about 90 seconds before the tour bus actually explodes. Between that and the noise, there is no way you're not going to attract more attention than when that happens.